Welcome to Power Play. Yeah, wow. Excited to be here again. Hello, everybody. I'm Rick Budd, your game master, and these fine people are your players. That is Caitlin Bruder there, who plays Benny Beckett, and Sam DeLev, who is Dr. Kaden D'Alto, and B. Zelda, who plays Ulez Galley, and Omar Najam, who plays Vian Vigor. Hi. So yeah, um, welcome. Oh, it's so much to do today. Okay, we got a lot of announcements, so I'm going to try and go fast. So special thanks to Jake, Kyle, and everybody at QueueTimes who makes this possible. You have no idea how much Jake does. It is, it's pretty impressive. And your subs and your bits help support QueueTimes. So please sub and your donations to the tip jar that you see there. Go to the people you see here on the screen. This is kind of our Feed the Cast fund. And the way this works is we have some rewards, as we always do, and here they are. So when we get, if we get to $50, we give the players a point of community determination. I think they have 1 point of community determination right now, banked from previous games, and a couple of them don't have any determination at all. So determination is coming out of the premium, and that first point will be valuable to them. And if we get to $150, if you are generous enough with us tonight, and you have been, and we are super grateful, the mysterious benefactor. In-game, our team has a mysterious benefactor who sends them useful items or items that might be useful someday. And so far, they have received a suit of leather armor, 3 smoke bombs, a gas-powered grappling hook, a metal baton, and a rebreather. And this week, if the chat gets us to $150, they get a pair of night vision goggles that are level 2, let you see about 1 city block in the dark.
Nice.
And that is the $150 tier mysterious benefactor. And if we get to $250, we get, as usual, the after credits lore drop. One of my favorite parts of the show. I got a cool one queued up for tonight, so please, as you know, you've gotten us there every time. We're incredibly grateful, and yeah, I'm super psyched for that. So you can see all these tiers in chat with the command unlocks, and if you can't help us out like this, you can always comment on our YouTube videos, or share our tweets and help promote the show. We really appreciate all that, and we really appreciate all of the fan art and the live tweets and stuff that y'all have been doing. It means a ton, and since it means a ton, we reached out to our friends at Dark Horse Comics, and we wanted to see if we can throw something back at y'all since you've been so good to us. And we asked them if we could give away some cool superhero titles that maybe would fit in with Power Play in the show, and basically. Sorry, looking for my.
Is this out of one of the 500 pieces of paper you have scattered all around you?
Yeah, I got everything on a million different pieces of paper.
The board with the yarn, yeah.
Yes.
I do have the right thing. Yeah, so I reached out to our friend Kara O'Neill at Dark Horse, and I asked her if we can give away some copies of Black Hammer, which is this great Jeff Lemire series about a team of superheroes who are trapped in a very strange place. I don't want to say too much about it because I'm very anti-spoiler, but it is sort of, like Power Play. It is a cool, unique superhero universe of its own with a very cool tone, and I actually. Here is actually a copy of what we're giving away. It is this will be the grand prize is this Black Hammer Volume 1, and this is just my copy. I actually just own it. This is it, but Dark Horse didn't give this to me or anything. Just want to let you know that it's like I'm just giving away stuff that I actually love, and that's all I asked for. But Kara also came through and gave us a digital bundle of Mike Mignola's complete short stories of Hellboy Volume 1 and 2. If you only know Hellboy from the movies, and I do love a couple of those movies, then you know the character, but Hellboy is like a real auteur character. You haven't really experienced it until you've read Mike Mignola's direct stories and seen it done in his art and stuff like that. It's like, it's really the way it should be done, and the short stories are a great way to get started in that universe. Like they're great. And that is the second prize, the digital bundle that includes Hellboy, both volumes. So 2 prizes. Grand prize is the Black Hammer hard copy, and the second prize is the digital copy of Hellboy. And there's no cost to enter the raffle, but the way this works is type command raffle to get a ticket, exclamation point raffle. That gets you a ticket in the drawing. And then you just have to be present in chat when we pull the winner to win. If you're not around, we move to the next person. And the way this is going to work tonight is the second prize, the digital pack of Hellboy, we're going to pull during the break, and we'll announce right after the break. And then the grand prize, the Black Hammer, we're going to pull at the end of the show during the final announcements. And if you want to see at any time, get a look at these prizes again, there's just command giveaway. And big thanks to Dark Horse, big thanks to Kara. Just really great stuff, and I'm super psyched to be able to just hand this out to everyone. And that's that. So the game we play here is called Icons. It's published by Ad Infinitum. It's created by Steve Kenson, who you can find on Twitter at @skenson. The book edition I have is published by Green Ronin, but they are out of the hard copies right now. I think there are PDFs that you can get still. And we play a hack, which you can find out a little bit about in game 1. But the regular game is awesome just as it is. I recommend checking it out. And if you have any questions about, how our game works or continuity or things like that, you're always welcome to shout me out on Twitter. I'm at rbud913, or we have a room at the QueueTimes Discord. There's a power play room, and I try and check that so often. And follow the show at Powerplay RPG on Twitter and Instagram. And that's the announcements. Time for power play. Welcome back. And so previously on Power Play. After catching up with Curtis Haber, the team almost had him when he used mind-reading powers he absorbed from Bella Murata to put them all to sleep. They awoke the next morning to find Vian bleeding out, but Kaden was able to stabilize him and get him to a hospital where he eventually recovered. The team visited the Port Ruby Standard Crime the team visited Port Ruby Standard crime beat reporter Ann Witt. Wow, that's easy for me to say. Who gave them a crash course in organized crime in Port Ruby. And then after Ulez gave them a startling demonstration of their powers. The team then went to confront Mickey Bomberg, the crime lord of Baronsdale, who had sent Bella Murata after them in the first place. And the confrontation was just becoming tense when Vian's phone rang. And on the other end, there was a man who identified himself as Harmon Keeler. And he said he was holding Vian's friend and landlord Sandy Carpa as a hostage. And he wanted to trade him for what he described as the armor that Ulez was wearing and the dead body that it came off of. He gave them an address for a meet and 2 hours to get there. And that is where we pick up. So, Vian, you are nose to nose with Mickey Bomberg. Harmon Keeler just hung up on you. He said you have 2 hours to get to a building at the corner of 188th and Aurora in Factory Park, which is, I will say the area, obviously, about 30 minutes south from where you are. Jake, if you throw up map 2, they can see Factory Park there to the south. And yeah, Mickey is just staring at you.
All right, well, we're going to have to put a pin in this particular conversation, sir. Looks like something just came up, and we will reconvene this conversation very shortly. I can assure you of that.
I am looking forward to it. Have a great day.
Thank you. And also, beautiful office. I just got to say, I know there's a lot going on, but I do want to say I do like the style of what you got going on. So,
I
all right.
appreciate that. If you ever need any plumbing or electrical needs, and he reaches into the pocket of his coveralls and he pulls out a business card for an electric. It says Mickey Bomberg and it's got his phone number and email on it, and he just hands it to you and he says, "Give me a call."
Thank you. I pocket the card.
You've got that.
All right. I would like to ghost back through the front counter back to my team.
Sure. And the four of you are now standing in Mickey's lobby. He just walks calmly into the back and disappears.
All right,
going on?
I just got a call that Sandy's in a lot of trouble.
Sandy,
Yeah,
the individual who owns your abode,
that's correct. My landlord. Yeah.
not your business partner. They were very kind. We must show them the same kindness.
Yeah, I agree. Do we want to come up with some sort of plan as we get there? I'm still hurt.
What is going on with them?
Uh,
And Kaden does keep looking down the hallway where Mickey went, much like a dog that knows there's another dog nearby. But the social leash is holding.
I would like to relay the information that came across on the phone.
Yeah, and he tells you everything I recapped.
I am not wearing armor.
Yeah, that's not on the table. They're not.
You can reconstruct my body, but it will not be repaired with the same materials.
I wouldn't even venture that far, Ulez. No one's taken anything from you, and I don't know exactly why this individual wants what you have or thinks that they deserve it. But with everything going on, it might be worth to find out how exactly they know about you.
And we have 2 hours?
Yeah, and it's going to take us about 30 minutes to get there.
Then we need to move now.
All right. Do we want to do this ourselves? I did have a conversation with a detective who seemed like he's on the up and up. Do we want backup or do we want to handle this ourselves?
I am not qualified to answer that.
That's a good point, Ulez, and I appreciate that honesty. Oh, heck, I say let's just do it ourselves.
Yeah.
It's going to get real complicated otherwise. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
I have to explain a lot of things to someone who's got to get really cool about a lot of stuff really quickly, and I don't know if we have the time for that, honestly.
You're right. There is a ticking clock. Okay, let's get going.
Okay, you exit the building. Let me ask you: are you headed straight towards this location? Are you headed? What is your immediate destination?
What is the location?
The 188th and Aurora in Factory Park. That is the information you were given.
And
There are devices on the phone machine that will allow you to visualize a location before you infiltrate it. It's an important human technology to be able to access for the purpose of, well, missions like these, naturally, and other more ambitious plans.
Wow.
So if I look it up on the visualizer, the street view, what kind of building are we looking at?
Okay. Factory Park is an old area that used to be an industrial park, as its name suggests, with a lot of factories. It in manufacturing is not a massive business in Port Ruby anymore, so many of those factories are just condemned buildings now. This is one of those buildings. You can see in Google Street View, or we'll have to come up with a name for that. You can see in Street View that this building is the Keyline Aeronautics Factory. And it looks like an old, crummy, condemned building. Tell you what, make me an intellect roll there, Kaden.
Very well. 6.
6?
Yes.
Okay, from Street View, you can tell the building looks to be about 2 or 3 stories high-ish. The facade looks mostly brick from, the limited view that you get from that Street View thing. There's a tall gate in front of the building that looks like it might go all the way around. The building itself looks like it is set a few hundred feet back off the road behind a large parking lot.
What about the buildings to either side on the row? Are they close or far, and how tall are they?
This is okay. So this is a fairly large piece of property. There are surrounding factories. They are mostly about a similar height. I would say none of them are probably taller than 3 stories, or certainly not much taller than that. The closest one, let's say, is on the south side, but it is still, probably still a good 100 yards or so from this building. Well, no, let's say 50 yards. Just from the sheer size.
I see you doing maths, Sam.
Right. I'm trying to make grappling hook determinations. For scale, 50 yards is roughly the length of an Olympic swimming pool. That's 50
Ooh.
meters, but if you want a sense of scale, that's how far they are apart from each other.
Okay.
So with a tall hypotenuse from a crane or anything else you might see in that area, which we wouldn't know from Street View because it wouldn't be up to date, it is something that we could do. But as a pure horizontal, it will be challenging for these systems.
Yeah, and I'll tell you too, you can see that the part that does come close to this building is actually fairly narrow. It looks like some kind of extension of the building on the next property. Most of that building is actually set further back onto its own property. This is just like some kind of connected annex or something like that. But that's about the sum total of what you can tell from Street View.
Now, this individual did call me specifically. How do we feel about, and listen, I understand that past experience hasn't been exactly sterling, but what if I went in, tried to keep a little bit of a distance, I stay in ghost mode, I try to get a little intel, and if things go south, maybe the doc wallops a little wallop?
The building does appear to have evidence of being structurally unsound.
Wow, that is much more graduated than kind of what I was thinking. I was thinking just swinging a punch.
That's my concern.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, that is a problem.
Do we want to know what and why and what they think happened, or do we just want to get Sandy and go? Because that's 2 different plans.
I would like to get Sandy.
All right,
Sandy
that's
should
a-
be the primary objective.
Sandy
Once
will-
Sandy
yes.
is secured, we should exfiltrate him immediately and, if possible, subdue the perpetrator for questioning. But
Okay.
I agree, that should be a secondary objective.
Okay,
You
that's
concur?
great. I concur.
All right.
So what part of our plan is getting Sandy out? I might have misunderstood that.
No, that's a good question.
Your reconnaissance seems like an excellent plan. and this is presumably all spoken in travel. Just for
Yes,
the
we're
record.
moving.
Standing
We're
in the
shortening
lobby.
this. We're on our way to presumably the subway, and so we're walking on street.
Sure.
Good old walk and talk. Walk and plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are having this conversation as you head in that direction.
Okay, so I'll go in. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna try to get a little information, but also I'm gonna try to get us in a position where we can just scoop up Sandy and go. Great.
Understood.
And if we're in a better situation than anticipated, then we get extra info. But that's a coda at the end. That's a maybe.
Yeah, that'll be a little bow on the top of the gift.
Mhm.
But I want to open the present. So let's go ahead and I'll just go right in and start a conversation.
Oh boy.
Please be warned. There will be at least 2 individuals, since there were 2 biological males, tall. I believe the terms were cowboy and
Hillbilly and rockstar?
I've learned too many words. It's hard when we blend them all.
I'm sure
But
that one is
yes.
cross-referenced in your indices, though.
Yes.
That's an excellent correlation.
Thank you. I appreciate your recognition.
Human cultural algorithms are confusing, and so to see it done so well.
There's no
is impressive.
there's no straight lines in human society. It's all backwards. But we
Well,
are
Their
doing
transportation
well.
grid system does have that. You can find the features, although apparently only here.
Oh. It's really good subway talk.
I would like to glance at one point to like some other folks sitting in the subway and just like, hey, yeah, how's it going?
I'm sure they've heard weirder conversations.
You're getting a couple of glances, but most people are just watching. You know, it's like there are a couple of subway performers on the other side of the cart who are
Okay, cool.
the car that are drawing attention.
Listen, in real world, I saw a video of someone dressed as a rat climbing on all fours in the subway car, and no one looked at them. So I have a feeling that this conversation is not like.
That's a very good point.
And I'm proud of them.
Extremely hard. It is extremely hard to do something that gets people's attention in the New York City.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the standard is very, very high in New York.
I think we're doing fine.
You're doing mostly okay.
Oh, good.
And while you're on the way, it takes you about 45 minutes to get there. So when you do emerge on the subway on the other side, you have an hour and 15 minutes left until you're supposed to be there. And by the way, I think if I am correct, we hit the first objective. So you have a second point of community.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you so much. The next tier, if we get to $150, they get the night vision goggles, level 2 night vision goggles. And yeah, you get out, and I think it's probably still the middle of the afternoon, I would say, or just late in the afternoon. It's not quite dark yet, but it'll be dark probably by the time your time is up. So yeah, let's say you emerge from a subway entrance about half a block away, and you are, say, half a block to the west of the building, and you can see basically its side from where you are.
Listen,
May I try to sonar ping the building?
What?
Sonar ping. So you want to send out like a sound pulse and see if it bounces back to you to tell you kind of like in a Star Trek way, like how many people are in the building?
A couple of pulses, so then I have movement, because I wouldn't be able to tell
what's person, what's pillar.
right, unless I did multiple and then used the changes to ascertain. Like,
I love playing with Sam so much.
So good.
You know what? You know what? Let's try that. Okay, you got to send out multiple pulses. So tell you what, let's make a roll for each pulse.
Okay.
And The building is mostly brick, so that's
Yeah, I think I hit levels based on distance and material.
yeah. I'm gonna call this level 3 because that's about a city block away, and that's also brick, and it's a brick building, and you're about half a city block away, which is the closest thing to what this is.
Okay, that's close enough that if my die goes off, we're fine.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna roll against you at a level 3. So let me know what you get for the first one.
All right. Score. We are good on the die, and then that's a 9. No, sorry, 10.
Okay, so that one is a major success. A major
Nice.
success, actually. And
Oh, hey. That's meaningful for the complexity tasks because it can potentially be stunting. Anyway, okay.
it can potentially become a stunt. Yeah, if you try to do it again.
Yeah.
Let's make your second roll.
Yep. All right. Come on. Still no die, but that is only a 7 on the power roll.
Okay, so that's a major success. Last one.
Okay. Cool. I mean, 3 points determine a curve. Sure.
Triangulation, kind of.
Yeah. Statistically, I'm really worried about my die now. It's a 33% die. Lo and behold, but I do have an 11.
What happened to the
success.
die?
The die did go off, so I'll be blasting this ping at max only at level 5.
Cool.
Okay.
But I do have an 11 on the roll.
Okay, so here's what happens. You shoot out the blast, and the first two kind of happen very smoothly, and maybe you're getting a little cocky or whatever, and that third one you don't quite put the effort into as much, and you send out this massive blast, and the whole building just like rattles, and you see like a little bit of like smoke, like dust kind of like break out of all of its joints, and it clearly, if there's anybody in there, they felt that. And the information you got back, because those are all large successes, is what you see is there are 3 men or 3 people standing. You probably can't, about probably 3 forms people that you think are people that are on the ground floor, just essentially standing in the middle of the building. There are about 5 more forms spread out much further around sort of the perimeter of that first floor. Then there are about another 5 forms that are kind of up in the air somehow. You are guessing they're all rafters or a catwalk or something like that. But there are people in there too. That is what you get from in the building.
Sorry, and how many total was that?
That is
I didn't do math
12?
fast enough.
and 13.
Oh my god.
Oh, great. Not
Right,
an
3 plus
ominous
5
number
plus
at all.
5.
I feel like we're in Clue. 3 plus 5 plus 5.
And hopefully one of them is Sandy.
That they cannot tell from.
Oh
that.
yeah, that's just
Right.
Okay.
I might
speculating.
infer the ground floor
Hoping
rather than
that's-
someone who would be up higher, particularly since my locational sense indicates that those are positioned in singletons, whereas Sandy would presumably be guarded close. That seems
Probably
more like where they would put
static.
scouts. That said, why are there 12 people guarding the lord of your land?
Sandy?
Yes.
That's a great question. I think it'll be very interesting to find out who these people are.
I cannot fight that many.
I am expressing some concern. I may have performed an act of violence previously in order to protect Sandy, and I worry that this is going to be the expectations upon our arrival in that building.
That
Oh.
would explain it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
If I didn't mention that. I forget that we all don't share a consciousness.
Understandable.
Okay, well, and I assume that Doc, you shared that with all of us.
Yes.
Okay, listen, this is rolling a hard 6. I can try to go in and just get Sandy and just scoop him out.
You would have to be corporeal between in order to bring him out, at which point there would be 12 people who would potentially be eligible to engage in combat with you. I don't know the full extent of your capabilities. Can you fight that many?
Well, here's the thing. I can't, but I would only need 1 second of corporealization to grab Sandy, and I can pull Sandy out. It's gonna turn Sandy into a ghost, which we'll have to deal with sort of the emotional repercussions of that afterwards. But I can do that. That seems to in terms of my contributions, that's my non-violent answer. My violent answer is I get my butt kicked.
So maybe that's part of a greater scheme in which, I don't know, maybe we need a distraction, or we need to pull them away. We need to pull them out front. Well, you go in back. I don't know. Because I think that if all 12 of them, I guess, I don't want to use anyone as bait.
Request the doctor's assistance, though, if I were to put myself in danger. I do not weather damages very well.
Yeah, no, I don't want to use anyone as bait. But just, I don't know what that would look like. Because then at least you don't have the heat of 12 on you if you do get spotted. We can at least split it somehow.
I think diverting them away is an excellent plan, and you demonstrate excellent capacity for distraction. Given that we are tactically overwhelmed, using some kind of surprise is one of our few advantages.
I can be very bright at times. In a literal sense, though, I can illuminate them.
I've noticed your lumen output is quite high.
It is. Impressive. It was supposed to be for the organic life forms on this planet, but it is corrupted.
I can also look very surprising if we need me to do that.
We are bright and surprising, and you will be sneaky. Do we concur?
Yeah, I concur with all that.
So the only other thing is that they call you, and if you don't show up, then maybe they'll know right away that we are doing this.
Yeah, it might be the kind of thing I'm gonna have to probably sweet talk them for a good 5 minutes, and then if something is to happen, I'll act surprised. And my performance will be a lot better than mine just now. I can assure you of that.
Will they be expecting you to have Ulez with you?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's actually a good point, Doc. I imagine they would, or at the very least to have what they think is Ulez's armor.
If you would like, I can dislocate one of my arms.
Oh, no, don't. You don't have to do that, Ulez.
Okay.
Good to know for future, but I say hold on to that arm.
I mean, as long as it doesn't hurt you, it could be a fake sign of good faith. Like, hey, make sure that Sandy's okay. Well, no, we're not gonna give it to them. But like, hey, I'm showing you I have the armor. It's not with me right now. It's
for proof of life.
Proof of life.
Yes.
Maybe that's
okay. And I will get you your arm back, Ulez. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, we're not gonna give them the arm.
Yes, we will not let them disarm you.
Okay, great. So we got a building across from this building. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna have the arm. I'm gonna say, listen, we're gonna do this smart like. Right then, there's gonna be a distraction. During that distraction, I'll grab Sandy, get out, and then let's last point of business in terms of the stuff that I'm directly associated with. Where do we want to meet back up?
Let's designate a nearby abandoned location to regroup,
Sure.
or otherwise low traffic, that is nonetheless fairly close, so that then we can make transportation plans based on circumstance.
Great. Is there, out of character, Rick, was there like a building by the subway station that looked abandoned?
Yeah, I would say everything in this area.
Okay.
Love it.
So yeah, let's say there's like a little hollowed out shell of a building right by.
I'm gonna ghost really quickly and just pop in just to see the interior.
You look around and it looks like it was probably some kind of retail location, and it is, whatever it is, long since emptied out. There's literally nothing in there. No walls, no furniture, just some junk on the floor.
Okay. This empty. Yeah, that building's good.
We'll designate that as our rendezvous locations. We should also once again open our small computer communicators.
Okay.
So that we will know if you are endangered. We'll keep communications disciplined so that they won't hear our voices.
Great. We're gonna pull the old speakerphone situation.
Precisely.
Great. I'm feeling good about this.
Okay, so what's the plan then for distraction? Where particularly, like if we pull up another like aerial view street maps of this building, like can we try to figure out like what the back door situation looks like? Like can we get up on a second floor through a fire escape or something? Like I don't know what we want our tactical particulars here to be as far as placement.
We want to draw them off of the ground floor as much as possible, assume on the inference that that's the most likely location where Sandy might be. I think, therefore, it's a question of drawing the upper levels, and ideally the pair, though unlikely, to a corner. And geometrically, given that they seem to be symmetrically distributed, any given corner will be arbitrarily valuable. Because there are more of them, is it tactically advantageous to seek the open parking lot or the alleys? That would be picking the front or back corners. Having them clustered in a choke is to our advantage.
Yeah, because they don't know they're heading into that and we would be aware.
So we should take either of the rear non-parking lot corners and distract from there, based presumably on what we hear over communications.
Sounds good to me.
Would you like an initiatory code word, Vian?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Something
what are
you
good
want to
ones for you?
Work into a sentence that you could put it conversationally, just in case.
How about
we'll hear you over?
Yeah, Ulez.
I learned about willow trees.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they were lovely. Would you like that to be your code word?
How about Willow? Does that sound good?
Will it either will or will not work?
Yeah, you got it, Doc. And also you helped me put it into a sentence sneakily. So that was kind of a twofer. I appreciate that. Yeah, Willow.
Perfect. We will await you. Sorry, I can't do it.
That was good, Benny. No, that was good, Benny. That was good. See, you get it out. You get the nervous energy out so then I can keep it cool. Because if I crack when I say it, it's going to give up the whole thing.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Willow. What was it again, Benny?
I said we'll await your signal.
Yeah, we'll wait. That's it. See, now I can do it with a straight face. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Well, gang, let's do it.
Did you want my arm?
Yes, please, Ulez.
Okay. One moment, please. And like I got mechanicals. Like I know me. I know how. And
so you're actually attaching your full arm, or are you attaching just the arm of your armor?
My whole arm. My armor is me.
Okay, sure. So yeah, like I guess we'll say you have that ability, and
do all robots not? It's just like how humans can like extricate liquids. Robots can just like take off their limbs.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, it's a matter of like, right, how you're built. Like, does it easily come apart like that, or does it take you time, or
take a couple of minutes? And the time that they went over all of those puns, I think that gave Ulez like enough time to,
Wait, there
loosen
were
up the bolts
puns?
and nuts. I do not think so.
No.
I did not find anything funny.
We speak only seriously and directly here. This is no.
When you take off that arm, we're going to say, so that it's not like a new power or anything, that you have no control over it or anything, or it's just not like any other object.
It looks nice.
Which arm did you take off, your left or your right?
My right. I am ambidextrous, so I'm entirely indifferent.
Man, I'd give my right arm to be ambidextrous.
Ah.
So, you now have Ulez's right arm beyond. You are.
What that means?
Yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't encourage this. So you have Ulez's right arm, and okay. So what is everybody doing specifically right now? Start with Vian.
I am going to walk in and I'm going to talk to them and essentially get a rapport going, see if I can get any information, but also just kind of activate the code word when the distraction happens, ghost Sandy out of there.
Okay. Ulez, what are you doing?
Ulez is mostly confused. They wanted to follow Vian. They didn't really know where to put themselves.
Are the other three of us were headed back to be a distraction, right? That was the intention.
Yeah, but I don't know like where we wanted to do that. How long? Like, are we waiting for the code word before we start something? There are like some very fine details that Ulez is just going to defer to everybody else while they walk with their. They're a little off center, but like I think it looks really good.
Right, like an asymmetrical haircut.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So why don't we say the three of you approach the property? It is surrounded by a fence, like a large gate, as you saw on Street View. That gate has an entrance at the front of the building, which we'll say is north side, and at the back of the building, which is the south side. That's what you can tell from the street.
Is it like a diamond shaped fence where it's just like wire interlocked in like diagonals? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Or is it like posts?
Let's say it's a wire fence. It's probably about 12 feet high or so, and it's got like barbed wire going across the top.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Is there anywhere, like, is it embedded into the ground, or is it like just flush with the ground?
It's just flush with the ground. Looks like it was, not the strongest security measure, but when the factory was open, it was probably enough.
If we were to look around, is there any place in which like an animal has pushed it up like an inch or two, or like it's just bent in any direction? Not enough to like fit us through it, but is there like like just like, because this hasn't had maintenance in a while, is it a little dinged up anywhere?
Tell you what, make an intellect roll.
Oh boy.
Fence.
Oh boy. Roll for fence. Okay.
And not fencing, which is apparently different.
Yeah. 6. Wait,
You
6.
find at the corner, let's say, the southwest corner, or let's say the corner you're at right now, it looks like where the two sides of the fence meet each other, they have the post that holds them together is a little warped, and it has opened up a little bit of a seam between where the fences are supposed to meet. It's not quite enough for you to slip through, but It is there.
Okay, so here's my thought. Maybe it will work this time because they're not big posts. If I heat it up, maybe we can peel it back in a way that it's not super loud.
That sounds like an excellent plan.
We can make an attempt. The only thing is, are we facing like windows? Like, is it?
Right,
It's
the
not
line of sight is the
Yeah. Also, if it's dark out by now, it's gonna get a little harder to do this.
Did you wait the full time you had before you moved? Let's say, you know what? Let's do it.
I think we split off probably at the same time.
Let's do it. Let's say it's getting dark out.
Oh boy.
Not ready for darkness.
All right. It's dark. So yeah, it gets dark. You are outside, and with the intellect roll that you just made, you don't see anybody conspicuously watching you. You can't be positive, but there's nobody in an obvious spot watching you.
Are there corner windows on the warehouse where we might infer the possibility of line of sight? Or is this very warehouse in that there aren't a lot of windows?
Well, it's a factory, and it's like
Right.
it has windows kind of all around, but they are not on the first floor. They're sort of up higher. You do not see much through them. There theoretically could be people watching you on any side, but it is also very dark out where you are, so it's not clear how much they would be able to see.
So if it's dark, just wait the way that light moves and stuff. If it's dark outside and they have lights on inside, we would be able to see in, and they wouldn't be able to see us unless we were to light up. But it depends on if it's fully dark out or if are we still in sunsetting. That's I'm trying to figure out how big of a risk this is. This is
right.
Yeah. So this
Who
is
has
so
the light
particular.
advantage?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's say it's fully dark out.
Okay.
So our backdrops remain accurate.
Yes, cool.
And you don't see much light coming from
Okay,
the factory.
sitting in there in the dark.
Right,
Okay.
in a factory, they tend to have task lighting pretty heavily,
Yeah.
rather than a whole lot of overhead.
Okay.
So yes, melting, I think, would be possibly conspicuous since we don't know about line of sight.
Yeah,
We do have jackets that we can throw over the barbs.
that's true.
We also have the option of soil liquefaction.
Yeah.
It's a thing that happens in earthquakes. I remember reading that the soil in downtown is particularly liable to it, given the geologies. But basically, with adequate seismic vibration, you get soil. It does what it says on the tin. It does liquid.
Fascinating. I would
Cool.
love to observe this.
I think climbing over becomes risk of loud.
I only have one arm as well.
That is true. Might get more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Soil liquefaction, sound level on that?
Seismic is really the concern. It's a mechanical wave transmission, and there's always the possibility that it would be disproportionate.
Okay.
Nothing
So
is
we
without risk.
Yeah, so we have sound versus visual. I think it just comes down to what
Yes.
we feel is safer right now.
I don't know how to weigh in.
Visual. Because
We
you
will-
can hear from any location, whereas they would have to be in the right position to see.
See. Fair. Okay. Whew.
I like that.
Right.
Let's do it. Let's try it then. So I want to get down in that corner and kind of figure out where it's already bending and put heat there, so that we can kind of increase the hinge of it and peel it back, hopefully. And if it's becoming malleable, it won't rattle or groan. It should just peel with it. That's the intention.
Okay.
And I was going to say, just depending on if there was any possible way for me to get how close I can get my own body to it, just to shield it from a direction. One of four, from any other, just to help a little bit. If it will be helpful, I don't know. I'm going to try to get my body close to it.
Okay. Let's start by making your power roll.
First I have to see if I can light my hands on fire. So she does her
You also
lighter
have
flick.
trouble dice, although a different kind.
The different.
Different. Yeah. We're good. Nice. Okay. God, it's always so embarrassing when I can't get it when I'm trying to. Okay, let's do, and then to roll to, so I'm on fire, and then roll to get it to work. Just a power roll. That's what you said.
Yeah. Just make a power roll. I don't think anything.
I don't think I have anything that will help. I also don't have determination. I could probably use one of my qualities here, but I don't have any determination.
There are 2 community points of determination. Thanks to the chat. Oh wow, it looks like we're almost to the 2nd tier. Thank you so much, everybody.
Nice.
Oh, and also, I guess while I'm breaking it for a second, congratulations to Vexu Cat, who wins the Hellboy Complete Stories of Hellboy digital package. Honestly,
Nice.
I am telling you, I actually own the hard copy. It's great. And the second drawing, we will announce the winner all the way at the end of the game. So please stick around. They're the grand prize. All right, Benny, what'd you get?
Cool. Okay. I think we should hold our pull determination for when we actually get inside. Oh, okay. 9.
9. Okay. That is a moderate success. You apply heat, and it starts to
See
get a
her
little
glowy.
red, right? Yeah, you see your hands glow, and then the fence, like the aluminum, kind of heats up, and you can see it start to glow red. And as you pull it back, it sort of softens a little bit, and you pull it.
Roll. I would love if I could roll it. Like that would be.
What's your strength?
It's
3.
a 3. Just because it's soft, but if I can't, that's okay. I just want to peel back enough. But
Well, yeah, okay. Since it's
just
soft,
for funsies.
You do it. Sure, for fun.
Yeah, cool. It's not important to the mission at all. I just think it's
Funsies is an important mechanic.
That's fair.
Oh, the most important mechanic, honestly.
So it's like glowing red on her hands. She peels back a little. I mean,
That's so cool.
And that is open wide enough for the 3 of you to slip in now, and you slip into the
She'll
other
hold
side.
her jacket, wrap her jacket around it so they can get through because her jacket is most of her clothes are mostly fireproof, and she can touch it, but she doesn't want her friends to get burnt on it. So she'll hold it up with the jacket, let them go through first, and then we'll go through.
Thank you. That's very thoughtful.
And you find yourself in a parking lot. It is very large, but completely empty. Just a couple of lampposts, that do not work anymore. And it is, I don't know, 50 yards or so to the building. And the 3 of you head in that direction. When you get there, I'll tell you what. Ulez, you are the first to notice that there are, you can see a couple of, what probably look like emergency exits, doors that look like you can't open them from the outside, but probably slam open easily from the inside. You see about 3 of them spaced out on the wall, of this whole side of the factory. It looks like, 3 emergency exits at various points on the floor. And that's it. That is
Oh, no.
Notice for now.
Okay. There are 3 exit doors, but I have not been able to determine an enter door.
That is most likely at the front. Let us get abreast the wall as soon as possible and out of line of sight of any windows.
Yep.
Understood.
Anything, Ulez, can be made an enter door with sufficient application of power.
Again, I would love to observe this.
Quick thought.
3 of you? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, could I put? Ulez, would you like to wear my jacket? Because maybe, I don't know, if they see you, maybe they won't immediately identify your armor, just in case we get spotted without being seen, or without knowing that we got spotted.
Would like to try that. Mostly
beneficial?
because I would love to wear your outside skin. Not
They're decorated fabrics.
Yeah.
Thank you. Vian and I have not spoken about that yet.
So I'm gonna get it off. I still have my hoodie on underneath, so I'll wrap it up, and then I'm gonna roll the one sleeve all the way up to the shoulder so that it's not just out loose, so they have better control over it, and it's not gonna get stuck on something.
Thank you.
I don't know. Maybe that'll help visually. Also, I don't know. Hopefully it helps.
All three of you make a coordination roll.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
After all that.
I know. Oof.
10.
10?
6.
5.
Okay. You walk around the edge of the building, and you are headed now where?
I think we are going to be hugging up against the wall, probably by one of the emergency exits, or you said there were no ground level windows, so we don't have to, like, it's harder to enter, but
No.
we can deal with that.
Yeah, no ground.
Right, it means that rather than blasting in a window, we'll almost certainly blast in a door or a wall itself if we need to get in. We are the distraction after all. We're just staying nearby and are going to be on open comms, listening to what goes on with Vian, and at the opportune moment, or the use of the word Willow, we will make an entrance.
Yeah.
Okay, so are all three of you at the same door, or are you going
I
to
will not be left alone.
clear?
Yeah, no, I think we're all gonna stick
Strength in number.
together.
Stand
Yeah.
together. Okay.
Safety with the doctor.
Yes.
Honestly.
Around the front of the building, Vian, you are walking right through the front gate, I assume, and just straight on in. That was
Yes.
carrying that arm with you, and the front of the warehouse has very large doors, and they are propped open when you arrive. And you walk in, and it's pretty dark in there. Tell you what. Okay. When you walk in, you look around. You know what? Do you want to do this as an investigation, or are you walking trying to get a lay of the landscape, or what is your?
I think I would do that definitely initially.
All right, make an intellect roll for me
Okay.
with any investigatory bonuses that apply.
Great, that's going to be a 10.
Okay, so you walk in, and the main area right in front of you is full of heavy equipment. It looks like this entrance was probably for the workers, goes right into the work bay, and most of it is rusty and broken down, and looks like it probably has not worked in decades.
Interesting.
Yeah, and vast swaths of the floor in front of you are kind of steel grates that are also kind of rusty and rickety looking, and you cannot see how far down. It's very dark beneath them. You cannot see how far down whatever is beneath them is. It's just kind of pitch black down there, and you see. It looks like there's a row of rooms that are probably offices or something all the way across the north wall of the building. And all of the doors of them are shut, and all of the blinds are pulled, so you cannot see into any of those rooms. And you glance up, and you see that there is a catwalk that goes around the whole perimeter about probably about 3 stories up. It's close to the top as the top of the building as you can get. And there looks like there's a set of metal stairs in every corner that goes up to the catwalk. And there are elevators on the north and south side. The one on the south side is a big cargo elevator that looks like it can take huge crates or large pieces of machinery in it. The other one is just, a regular elevator like you'd find in an office building or something. And standing in the middle of the room under very low light, just looks like there's, just just kind of what's coming in through the windows from the moonlight, are three men. Two of them, one of them is Sandy Carpa, who you immediately recognize, and the other two fit the description of the two gentlemen that Ulez mentioned, the hillbilly and the rock star, who I think we said were played by what's his name from The Walking Dead?
Norman Reedus,
Norman
right?
Reedus, yeah.
They're identical twins, played by Norman Reedus. And Sandy
One's got like a little bit maybe more chin hair than the other.
Yes, one of them's got like long hair and kind of like a big ZZ Top kind of beard, and the other one is very kind of clean cut and officious looking. And they see you walk in, and the clean cut, officious looking one sort of waves at you. Hey, glad you can make it.
Really quick before I respond, you said that it's just like moonlight coming in.
Yeah, that's about what you see. Yeah, I mean,
Great.
yeah, it's fairly dark in there.
I would like to ghost. I mean, it's dark, right? Like,
yeah, you absolutely. So you switch into phased form.
yeah. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and ghost.
Okay, so I guess the arm ghosts with you since you're holding it. That's how we decided that works.
Yeah. Also, I mean, just before we get into the danger zone of having to like retroactively do this, I did call and put my phone on speaker because that was part of the plan.
Yeah. Okay. We will assume you all went along.
Yeah.
With,
I didn't forget that. Good evening. How's it? How are you two doing? Sandy, you doing all right?
And Sandy kind of looks at you, and he looks very nervous and sweaty, and he's kind of trembling a little bit, and he's like, I guess so.
Oh, good. They taking care of you, or?
And the clean cut one steps forward. I think that's enough.
Okay.
I'm gonna come clean with you.
Great.
I know you're not stupid, and I'm not stupid, and we can settle this like adults. We don't have to play games with each other. First off, my name is Harmon Keeler.
Harmon
this
Keeler.
This is my brother Billy. And
Harmon and Billy. All right.
An organization that some people like to call the cluster, the media types, hired us to steal a truck from one Mickey Bomberg, who I believe you know.
Yes.
In the back of that truck was a weird futuristic looking refrigerator thing. And inside that weird futuristic looking refrigerator thing, there was a dead body that was wearing that there armor that your friend had. And he points at the arm. And, well, due to a miscommunication, that body was disposed of in a receptacle behind that building. But as it turns out, our employer would like possession of that dead body and that their suit of armor. And if you will just hand over both to us, we'll just give you your friend back, and nobody's got to get hurt or shot or anything. We all just go home happy. Easy peasy. We get what's ours. You get what's yours. It's no problems.
Now, it's a lot to swallow. That said, you do put me in a very particular situation. Sandy's my... Well, in exchange for the body, you're going to release Sandy, and I imagine if I don't give you the body, that you're going to keep Sandy.
That is usually how this kind of thing works.
All right. Well, I don't want to insult other intelligences any further, as you said, and we don't need to do a song and pony dance about this. I just want to make sure that I am not being trailed down by some sneaky will-o'-the-wisps or anything like that, if you catch my reference to Irish and Celtic folklore there. I just want to make sure that there isn't some sort of trick baked into this.
Okay, we're gonna pause there for a moment. On the other side of the building, your three friends are listening on their phone, and you hear the words "Willow the Wisps." What do you do immediately?
Blast.
You blast through the door.
Yes.
No, I think the door's probably stronger than the brick.
You blast through the brick. Okay.
I said I'd make an entrance. Was I unclear?
I'm at the same time. I'm gonna try to. I haven't done this in front of I don't think anyone ever, but I'm gonna try to
Flame
no
on?
localized. Yeah, we're gonna try to whole body it.
So proud.
But we gotta see if it works though. So
Oh
you do your thing and I'll let you know if it works.
Sam, sorry, Kaden, why don't you make your power roll to let me know?
And doesn't matter because we go max or we go home. So I can't remember which Sailor Scout had like blast in their power call. Anyway,
Sounds like
Oh,
a
that
Jupiter thing.
was 5
That's
on
what
the
I
die.
wanna
Very possible. Similar energy. Anyway, that's 5 plus 6 is 11.
5 plus 6 is 11. Yeah. Okay.
You
You
probably blast through till it's just like this huge like.
you unleash and just crush that wall. And on the inside, the wall goes blasting on in. And I am actually going to say one of the guys who was sort of tucked into the perimeter was standing right in that spot. You know, you blasted that wall so hard that you right off the bat just immediately take out one.
I Wicked Witch him.
Take wall and Kaden damage.
You immediately take out one of those hidden figures in the back there, and you. How did your roll go, Caitlin?
I am fully on fire.
Yes!
The way that it just kind of like boom, like whole body all at once. And her hair moves a little bit. She isn't like fully like up and down hair, but like there's a little bit of movement. And she kind of gets like whited out, like what's the word? Like when you've got too much light on your face, get washed out, kind of like that. And her eyes glow like a golden color. And when she opens her mouth, if she were to speak to you, the inside of her mouth is also kind of a glowing gold color. But she is full body, like engulfed in flame. And that is what her power actually is.
Yeah, for the first time, Kaden and Ulez, you see Benny's aura in its full glory as they kind of just human torch right up, and it's exactly as Caitlin described. And even the two of you, for a moment, are just kind of distracted as you know. Whoa!
She's a little like she looks a little frazzled. She's like, ah.
Wow, Benny, you are very hot.
Thanks, Ulez.
And you see that Vian on the inside, the wall blasts in, and Harmon
we're going.
turn and look behind them as Benny, kind of this flaming figure,
Through
just
the dust settling, person on fire.
and I'm going to tell you what, Benny.
I want to see that panel.
Right?
Benny, make a let's
No.
call it a willpower roll.
Oh, I can do that probably. Let's see.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Welcome,
jeez.
saving throw audience. Hi everybody.
Hi.
Hey,
An
friends.
8. It's not a good roll. 8.
8.
Roll it too.
Harmon and Billy Keeler are facing in that direction. They do turn, they see Benny charge in, and they are both a little startled at first at what they think, what is a human being completely engulfed in flames rushing through an explosion in the wall. It's a little distracting. And when that happens, well, first of all, what are you doing, Ulez? You charge in also? Oh, Mike.
Oh.
I have to like go find that button. I would like to wait for Kaden to provide instructions. This is not my expertise, and they have a certain energy that just makes you want to follow them.
All right. You totally, you hang back and you are in front of the explosion, kind of watching in, so you can sort of see what's going on. Vian, when the Keeler brothers turn to watch Benny and the explosion, what do you do?
Okay. They are turned. How far are they from me?
Ooh, not far. Let's say you came up to them. You were talking pretty cordially, so maybe there's 5 feet between you.
5 feet. Okay, man. Listen, I was originally gonna like act my way out of this, but if they're 5 feet, I'm just gonna rush. I'm just gonna sprint. What I would like to do is sprint, corporealize, grab Sandy, ghost, and just continue through.
I want to see that panel.
Okay, you ghost. Okay, we're going to call this a coordination roll because you're trying essentially to rush by, corporealize just long enough to grab Sandy,
Mm-hmm.
and then decorporealize Sandy. Is that the idea?
Mm-hmm. And take Sandy with me through the wall.
Take Sandy with you through the wall. Okay. Make a coordination roll.
Okay.
And anytime you want to use our community determination, I think your tasks with Sandy are probably the best use of our community pool.
That's a great point. Let's see, what do I got here that I can use for this? I mean, spirit of justice.
This definitely feels like a spirit of justice kind of task. So you are spending 1 point of the community determination.
Yes, please. And this is coordination?
So I believe that brings you all back down to 1. Yeah, this is coordination.
Okay, so it's going to be my roll plus coordination plus 2.
You're
which
down
is
to 1 point of community determination now. Okay, yeah.
That is going to be a total of 10.
A total of 10. Okay, so
roll to 5.
Since you spent a point of community determination, I'm going to say you rush by and you grab Sandy's arm.
Mm-hmm.
Grab him. He pulls his hand away from you, and he backs up, and he's like, "No, Vian!" And he opens up the jacket he's wearing, and he's got dynamite wired around him. It's like, I can't move.
Well, shoot.
And Harmon Keeler reaches into his pocket and holds up like a little remote control, and he says, "This has got a pretty good range on it, so if you're going to make a run for it, hope you're both very fast."
Yeah, I'm pretty fast, and I would like to. I'm not. Look, listen, we gotta go. I would like to grab Sandy and still ghost him.
All right. You know what? I feel like roll initiative, everybody.
All right, let's do it. Oh boy, I got 4. No, I got 5. I got 5.
All right, so Vian, you got 5. Benny got 5. Ulez got 5.
Yes.
And Kaden got 10.
Way to be, Doc.
I'm prepared for tactical insertions and combat.
This is all you.
Vian, Benny, Ulez. Let's see. Who's got the highest awareness? I think that's the tiebreaker. I'm not going to look it up now. We're just going to awareness for now.
Mine's 3.
Yours is 3. Ulez is 6. That's by far the highest. So Ulez, you go first.
Okay.
Benny, you go second, and Vian, you go third.
Great.
Okay, so the complete order is going to be Kaden, and then Harmon Keeler, and then Billy Keeler, and then Ulez, and then Benny, and then Vian. Plus, the Keelers have other people in the building, and I'm going to make one group roll for those guys. Okay. They also got a 5. I will make them go last. So we'll call them the henchmen.
Great.
So,
We've caught them off guard. They can go last.
Kaden, you rush in, and tell you what, make a intelligence roll just to see how much you perceive the situation.
6.
6.
Mhm.
You can see there is a henchman to your left when you rush through the gap, and there is a henchman clearly visible to your right. The Keelers are standing in the middle of the floor with Sandy Carpa, and Vian is sort of right with them. You cannot, you do not exactly see the dynamite.
Shoot. Okay. Dang, that's the only thing worth seeing in the room.
Yeah, no, you
Shoot.
not,
Okay.
there's kind of some
Yeah.
smoke and stuff going on. Plus, no,
Alright.
that's what you see.
Yeah, cool. Then I'll hit henches. I'll hit henches until I see the thing.
Sure, you're just gonna blast away at the henchmen.
No, I'm gonna hit them.
Okay, using your baton or you
Yes.
punch it? Okay.
Yeah. I get into hench and I give him a pinch.
Give me a prowess roll.
Yep, absolutely. Oh God. Sheesh. What? Oh no.
It's about time you fail at something.
no,
Kaden cannot
I
be
did the
this
other one.
perfect.
I'm so sorry. I did the other one.
You maxed only?
I maxed the die, and I think this is 6 plus 15.
Well then.
Wow.
You hate
Okay.
to see it.
So 15 and you maxed only and
No. I mean, I maxed the die. I just rolled a 6.
Oh, you maxed the
It's
die.
just, yeah. Oh yeah, no. So sorry. That should only be a 5. No. Dang it. I can't math. 13, not a 15.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. 6 plus 6 plus 1. There we go.
Okay, well,
Math.
in that case.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
it's
more
so much
reasonable.
better. I'm not impressed anymore.
I mean, that's absolutely a massive success. So you just totally blast the crap out of that guy. Let's say he just goes flying back into the wall behind him. Your damage, what did we say your damage was? It's just a...
Well, it's a weapon attack, so it's a
weapon
5
attack.
damage.
Right, so it's just 5. Well, that knocks that dude right out. He is just crushed against the wall, instantaneously unconscious. But when he hits the wall, the part of the wall buckles because the whole building was weak from the earthquake, and the whole building was weak from you hitting it with your
This
pink.
is extremely well established. Yep. This is
So-
the consequences of actions. Yep.
Yeah, so some of those bricks fall, and I'm going to say you get hit by a cascade of bricks. I'm going to say that takes... What do you have? You have 7 stamina? All right, you have 6 stamina now, but you have a point of determination.
All right.
As a trouble, I invoke
Love it.
earthquake damaged, and you
Perfect.
bring the wall down on yourself.
Absolutely. The consequences of my actions.
Is Kaden. Now it is Harmon Keeler's turn. And Harmon Keeler throws a punch right at Vian while you are corporealized.
It ain't the first time. Oh, dang it.
Didn't you go back, Ghost already?
Well, he can.
No, because I tried to
Oh, it
reach.
did. I see.
Yeah. Yeah. So once you corporealize to grab Sandy, that's where I think we kind of paused for you. So let's say while you're corporealized and a little distracted by the bomb, Harlan Keeler throws a punch.
This is my coordination roll I have to roll against you?
Well, you can defend against a punch one of 2 ways. You can do a coordination and try and dodge it, or you can do a strength roll and kind of try and take it. So, like stand your ground and just kind of, absorb the damage. But your choice.
I'd like to dodge.
Okay, roll your coordination.
Okay. 5.
You roll a 5.
I rolled a 2 plus my 3.
Wow. I'm gonna say Harmon Keeler spends a point of determination. You get that point of determination, and he invokes his quality. I detest a fair fight.
Oh.
And when he throws that punch at you, he opens his hand and
No.
sand flies
Pocket
out of it.
Oh.
What a dick.
And,
Classic.
yeah, you are dazzled, blinded, sand in your eyes, whatever you want to call it for
Okay.
now. But you have a point of determination. So that's Vian has 2.
Oh, but he didn't. I didn't get hurt.
No, it's the dazzled status.
Yeah,
Uh,
great. Good, great.
You get a dazzled status, yeah, instead of
I'm
getting
still vain, so that's, important to me.
but you
Okay,
can't
great.
do anything also. Okay, so that is Billy Keeler's turn. Now, Billy Keeler, who is by far a little bulkier and tougher looking than his brother, also throws a punch right at you. And you, being dazzled right now, cannot defend against yourself. So he connects and does... He gets 3 stamina from you, so you're down to 4.
Well, you can't take it with you.
Yeah, you take a shot hard in the jaw, and it's like you are not used to getting punched. You're kind of a party boy. You're used to a much easier time than this. You haven't been a detective long enough to quite handle yourself well, and this just cracked you and really kind of stunned you. I'm not going to make you technically stunned, but okay. So
I got sand in my eyes. I'm already kind of.
You're already kind of, yeah. So
This was not the kind of Sandy we wanted.
I was waiting for
Damn
that.
puns.
Thank you.
So Ulez, it is your turn.
Wow. We are very. I am very overwhelmed. I am an individual, and in this moment, I have to use whatever I can to help the people that have helped me. So I feel like I am Ulez is still far, far back. But they don't really need to see what's going on to do their powers. They're not like a close range fighter. They just want with their one hand, raise it and just blast some light. I'm sorry.
So wait, so you're shooting an offensive blast, or are you just trying to light up the area?
Super offensive, super. I want to hurt them boys. What's the rock star and the other one? They have faces that I will detest for the rest of my sentience.
Okay, you're making a ranged attack. Give me a roll on your power, and who are you shooting at, Harmon or Billy?
Who hurt Vian the most?
Billy.
Billy. Can I swear on the stream? I can never remember.
I
don't have to.
You get one.
No, you should...
Okay.
You get one, and it's got to be clever. It's like if you got to choose your moments.
Okay. Heck, Billy then.
No, that wouldn't have been. All right. So, what did you get?
11.
Ooh.
All right. Billy's going to spend a point of determination, which you get, to invoke his quality. I'm one tough son of a bitch, and that brings you down to a marginal success. So you hit him, and you deal.
Can I use a thingamajig on him? A determination, because I'm mad.
I mean, if you
I
have
am strangely protective.
Yeah, you have 1 point left. Do you want to use it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, you just earned a point too, so now you're back.
Yeah,
to
and
point
I
left.
don't have to click any buttons.
And you use that to do what? To add +2 to your roll?
Yes, please.
Okay, so that brings you up to a moderate success, which means you deal your full level of damage, Ulez, which is your power level right now is a 4. Okay, so you're taking 4 stamina off of Billy Keeler. And yeah, he gets hit and just kind of like, gets knocked back and is really disoriented as he sort of looks around in the shadows trying to figure out where the hell that came from. And while that's going on, Benny, you are on fire,
I'm
standing.
on fire. Okay, well, Vian is clearly in trouble here. Can I move and act? Like, can I get up to the twins and take an action?
Yeah, your movement is free on your turn, so you can rush at them.
Okay.
I don't know.
I just want to get up there and punch somebody.
Okay, it's a pretty far distance, but
okay.
I'm gonna say since all this stuff is going on kind of at the same time that we're, that all these turns like are happening very close to each other, that when you charged in, you just kind of charged towards the center of the room. So you're close enough so that if you want, you can kind of try and, throw a punch at who you throwing at, Billy or Hart?
Ulez just hit Billy, right?
Ulez just hit Billy.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a like jab uppercut Harmon.
Okay.
And we'll see how that goes. I'm also on fire.
Yeah, you're on fire, and I believe when you use your aura and you punch, just make sure I'm getting this right.
It adds to damage, doesn't it? Or
Yeah,
does it do
it adds
something
to your
else?
damage, all right? Anything touching you suffers damage equal to your power level. This includes anyone attacking you unarmed. If you deliberately touch an opponent, they suffer your aura's damage. If you strike an opponent, they suffer your aura's damage as a secondary effect of your normal strength damage. So
they sure do.
So basically, you're doing a flaming kickboxing attack now.
Yeah. Just kind of like a.
Make your first prowess roll. Throw on your kickboxing bonus and everything, and you're attacking Harmon. You said, right? So
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So let's see here. Oh, fuck yeah! Max damage or max is 13.
Okay.
6.
Yeah, Harmon Keeler is not the tough one of the brothers, and he was a little distracted by what was going on with Vian there when you charged at him, so he didn't really get a chance to dodge. He's just kind of trying to absorb it with his strength, but that is not going to be a realistic possibility given how well you did. So you got a 15. That's a massive success. So you deal your
13.
full damage. Oh, 13. Still a massive success. You deal your full damage. Yes, still a massive success. You deal your full damage from your kickboxing attack, which is what is your full damage from your kickboxing attack? It is 6. No, 7, right? Because
what is the damage? I never remember how to do damage here. I don't think I've dealt damage to anyone actually.
Oh yeah, is this your first? Okay, yeah, no, okay. For a close attack, you inflict damage equal to the attacker's strength, which is.
My strength is 3.
Oh, your strength is 3.
My prowess is good. My strength is 3.
Your prowess. Okay, so
do I get my kickboxing for this too? Does that add into damage, or is that only?
That adds on to your prowess. That's
okay.
The actual attack.
So then I have a strength of 3, and then my power level is 4.
So you take 7 total. Which okay, so you take 7 off of Harmon Killer. You kick him in the face with this and like this kick punch combo while you are on fire, and it just both of them land perfect. It's like it's the Street Fighter kind of like, and he is just the I mean, he's seen a lot in his time, but he's never been kicked by a person on fire before, and it lands and just totally throws him off, and he falls back onto the ground. He's still conscious, but he is really, really not happy. Vian, you have sand in your eyes, and you are dazzled. You cannot see right now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I hold out my hand. Sandy, take my hand.
I can't. They got a bomb on me.
Just trust me, my friend.
Make a willpower roll.
Ooh, okay. Willpower. Oh my gosh, that is a 10, Rick.
That is a 10?
Yes, I rolled a 6 plus 4.
Sandy grabs your arm. You feel that even though you cannot see it.
I would like to ghost Sandy with me.
Okay. I believe that just happens automatically when you use your power. So you and Sandy ghost, and the dynamite, of course, ghosts with him.
Yep.
Because it is touching him the same way it is touching you. So the two of you ghost, and do you have an attack move? Are you gonna try and attack with in your dazzled state? I don't know.
I mean, I'm a ghost and I've got sand in my eyes.
Yes, you are in non-physical form anyway.
Yeah.
So that is your turn. And
Yeah.
the henchmen now, of which there are, I believe, 11 left.
Great. Okay.
Well, I think only 9 henches.
There,
Because there were 12
'cause Bennie and
total.
Harmon,
One
yeah.
was deleted, and then 2 are the Harmons.
You are totally right, Sam Dolev. Me no good with numbers. Sam, much better numberhead than me. So there are 9 henchmen left, and they sort of turn. They all have guns or weapons and get into their fighting stance, and they start charging, at all 4 of you essentially, and Sandy. And we will see what happens with that when we come back after the break. Please, everybody, stick around. When we come back, when the game is over, we will be giving away our grand prize, a hard copy of Jeff Lemire's Black Hammer Volume 1. And I think we have hit the $150 tier. So thank you so much for that. If we get to the $250 tier, we got the After Cards lore drop. We are so grateful for everything you give us. And that's it. So why don't we take 10 and we'll be right back here. Back. I'm just gonna set my timer here. Okay. And so yeah, please stick around, folks. So we have $150, which opened up the second tier. So somewhere back at Vian's place, package is being left at your front door. If we get another $100, we get the after credits lore drop. Thank you so much, everybody. And we have one more prize to give away, thanks to our good friends at Dark Horse. The grand prize, Black Hammer Volume 1, hard copy, shipped right to your door, brand new. It is a super cool series. Like I said, it's like I just own this. I just like this series, so I'm really happy to be able to pass this on to y'all. If you know it already, you can tell other people in the chat. And we will announce that winner in the closing announcements at the end of the game. And Jake, why don't you feed me that name so I can announce it on there? And I think that's it. So when we left off, y'all were surrounded by, I think, actually 8 henchmen. If my count
good.
Right. Did Ulez also delete a hench? Hashtag delete the hench?
Nah.
Ulez
I just
didn't, but
did 4 damage.
Yeah, there were 9 to begin with.
Yeah, you put her into Harmon.
When you, So there are 8 henchmen, and it is now their turn.
Oh, no.
So, Ulez.
No.
You are not watching. You are watching the other way, and from the other side of you, one of those henchmen come running up and just slugs you in the side of the head, or tries to anyway. I'm going to say you see it coming, so you have a chance to try and dodge or defend. It's not a surprise.
Coordination, yeah, okay.
And, and where did I put the henchman sheets?
Or prowess, I think, whichever's higher for the evade action.
They're the same.
Yeah.
I got a 6.
Okay, so the henchman hits you in the side of the head, but you move kind of just in time, so it's kind of more of a graze than really a strong connect. And the henchman does 1 damage to you, so you lose 1 from your stamina.
Ow.
Bringing you down to 4. Henchman number 2 goes running at Kaden, same thing, throwing a punch. Again, right on the heels of those bricks kind of coming down on you. And before you know it, this guy's behind you, and just you see him coming at you. Again,
All right, I'll take an evade reaction.
Evade, okay.
18 8.
8. And he throws the punch, and you kind of step to the side, and it just goes right by your head. Benny.
Yeah, I'm on fire.
Oh yeah.
One of those.
You're gonna take
Hunter,
damage from
do
hitting me.
it. I dare you.
Yeah.
One of those henchmen looks at you and sees you're on fire, and he goes to punch, and then he kind of stops, and he reaches down, and he picks up a brick, and he hurls the brick at you.
Oh yeah. Excellent. Good call, buddy. But let's see how this goes. Can you use prowess to defend? Can you?
For a
No.
ranged thing, it's coordination to dodge.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well,
Yeah.
I would like.
Prowess for melee, coordination for
Cool.
range.
All right. And can I use kickboxing as if I was dodging a punch or something as my specialty?
I think it's only supposed to apply to offense, but I'll tell you what.
Okay.
Since I don't want to go digging through the book at this second, I'm going to let you do it right now,
Okay.
and we will look that up later and make a more substantial call on it. Between
Kickboxing is also about defending. I mean, that's the whole the whole thing.
it makes sense. So it's like I'm going to
It's
roll.
okay. We can figure it out
Yeah.
later. Okay. So coordination is kickboxing. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm rolling good now. Thank you, dice. Love you so much. 11.
And the brick just goes wide over your head. No problem.
Heck yeah. Good job, Benny.
You are intangible, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
So,
They don't know that.
come get some.
I believe it is visual when you
Uh-oh.
are intangible, right? You can be seen through. So at the very minimum, they might not understand what that means, but certainly you look ghostly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
It's
I'm
dark.
gonna
Wait, Willow
say,
throws bunches.
all right. So 1, 2, 3. So this is the fourth attacker.
Yeah, throw a brick over here. See what happens.
The fourth attacker.
Robert can find out.
Yes.
Yeah, the fourth attacker runs at Kaden again. You know what? I'm going to do this. Hang on. I'm just going to roll these. You're 1 and 2. You're 3 and 4. You're 5.
1,
and
2,
6.
3, 4, and 5 go to Kaden. And
Okay, Benny. Henchman runs right at you. Throws a punch.
Let's do it. Okay. I can use prowess to defend this one?
Yeah,
Right? Okay, cool.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh man, these are really nice rolls. 9. Can I use kickboxing?
We said you could before, so let's stay constant at least for this game. Sure.
Okay, 11.
Yes.
Okay, he just completely misses. Just
She can probably block it too.
yeah, your prowess. He kind of runs at you, and you just even though you're not a great fighter, this is like one of those scenes in the movie where the guy kind of charges at you, and you just like slightly move, and he just like kind of runs past you and loses.
It's like tilt his elbow up and he like knocks off.
Yeah, he did terrible. I definitely need a jail for this thing, which has been now horrible for me 2 weeks in a row. So
tell your guy the check is in the mail. It'll understand.
So the next one, because of that, throws a punch at Kaden D'Alto. Kaden,
That's an 8 again.
and he misses. And the next one okay, so that was 5. This is 6. The next one throws a punch at Ulez. Goes running at you. This one is holding a metal crowbar, and he swings at you with the metal crowbar.
Please feel free to use the community determination if you need to.
I'm very fragile. I might
Exactly.
Have to.
Yes, I would like. Yeah.
What do I got? I don't have any specialties that I could really like. Can I be protective of myself?
No.
Like I just want to. It's fine. It's fine. I don't want to die though. Like,
So you try dodge.
Yes, but do I have to use a determination at this point to dodge?
No, you can just try and dodge regularly, but you
Okay.
could use determination. I believe you personally have 1 determination left, and there's 1 community point left too.
I got a 6. Did say I'm not great at this.
Okay, so are you using community determination, or
No.
are you using point of determination, or that you're just going to roll with the 6?
I'm just yeah.
So he connects with you with the crowbar.
Okay.
But it only does 2 because it was just a minor success.
Where do you hit me?
Oh no.
Let's say he connects in your back.
My body cracks then.
Across the top of your shoulders. Yeah, like and yeah, you feel like a crack in the plastic, and I will say you feel that. You are not a robot exactly. You are really are kind of an intelligence, and that body is your body, and it's not just damage, it is your skin splitting, and
we are this.
Yeah. So but you only lose 1 stamina. Sorry, what did I say? 2 stamina.
You said 2.
So-
I'll take 1. Take 1 if you want.
No. We follow the math. So yeah, you are down to 2, and that really hurts.
Yeah, I got the spider web crack, like when a rock hits a windshield and it just starts to spider web out. And if I move a little bit more, like those cracks will extend.
Oh no.
Yeah, and that, you know what? We're gonna say you now have the temporary quality of cracked.
Yeah.
And the next one attacks Benny. This one picks up another brick and throws it at you. Saw the first guy do it and thought it was a good idea.
What a
Even after
hack.
he missed. Yeah, get original. Jeez. Okay. It's all right. Oh God, now we're rolling really well. Oh man. It's when I try to do things on purpose. Have 10. Coordination. Right? Yeah, coordination.
Yeah, it just sails by you again completely. And the last henchman attacks. Ulez again.
I take the interposing reaction.
Ooh, interposing. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know
You
what that
can
means, but
choose
thank
to
you.
give up your next panel in order to jump in front of another character within movement range who is attacked by a target, even if it's not your panel. You then become the target of the attack and may defend against it as a reaction, but the attacker gets +2 to effort against you. Whether the attack succeeds or fails, you protect the original target. So I have to give up my attack next turn, but Ulez is not taking the hit.
We thank you.
Wow.
I uphold my oath.
Our boy is wicked smart. So, yeah. So you are
I see
now-
that crack, and I throw myself toward them, seeing someone else come
So-
at, and I bring my baton up to try to knock away the incoming hit. But either way, my body is interposed.
Okay, this we'll say this guy is attacking with a brick, which is level 3. So
I'll take him out to the ball game. Let's go.
what'd you get?
Is he hitting with a brick or throwing with a brick?
He's hitting it with it, like
Oh,
using his
good, perfect. Good.
bludgeoning.
Then I can evade. Love it. That's another 8 from me.
Oh wow. Okay. And it's one of those like he's hitting and it comes like an inch from Ulez, and suddenly you just kind of rush in front and take the hit. And it's, since you are prepared for it, it kind of just hits off of, your shoulder a little bit, and you don't really take any damage.
Martial arts brick crack.
Yeah, you are prepared for it, and you take it with the fleshy part of your shoulder, and you're all right. And Ulez, you don't get hit at all. And that is all the henchmen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And that brings up Kaden, who just gave up their turn to interpose, which brings us back to Harmon Keeler. Harmon Keeler.
He's flat on his butt on the ground, isn't he?
Yeah, he is flat. butt on the ground, and he looks around, and he's sort of not exactly thrilled with the way things are looking, and he, let's see. He pulls out a gun.
What?
Oh no!
It's a fair fight.
Desperate move.
And he aims at Kaden.
I roll coordination to dodge. It's not as good as my prowess. And so that's a 6.
Okay, probably because this guy is flat on his ass and his aim is not the best. That bullet just sails right past you and hits the wall kind of between you and Ulez. But neither one of you are hurt. Billy Keeler.
Very scary.
Billy Keeler. Billy Keeler looks over towards you, Vian, and sort of tries grabbing at you, but kind of nothing happens, and he's like a little angry, he sort of, he can see you kind of still rubbing at your eyes, and he kind of starts getting the sense there's nothing he can do here, and he gets real frustrated, and he pulls out a gun also, and he, instead of shooting, kind of just fires it up into the air at all the kind of equipment and stuff hanging from the rafters, and at the catwalk.
Where his men are, they should turn their backs on him now.
Yeah.
Betray your employer.
And there's some creaking from above as some parts of the ceiling start to fall, and they fall right over Ulez.
Stop it! I'm so fragile.
Sorry, you know what? I'm gonna change. Okay, I'm gonna
No,
get.
no, no, no,
Still like
no.
outside.
I just like
Did
to
you like
complain.
that?
Fine.
I'm getting rid of the green dye. We're gonna. We're
Does
gonna
my interposing reaction still
green
count?
to red. No, this is a new
Round or panel?
new round. Yeah, new
Mhm.
panel.
Page. Sorry, that's the word.
New page.
No,
yeah.
I'm happy to take the damage. I love to fail forward. It's just like I can't help but be sad. Because
I don't love you to take damage though.
Yeah, I don't either.
And remember,
That's
you
the
all.
thing. We all come in front of each other to.
Yeah, they're like folding over the.
Oh, it's
You still have
barbecue.
a point of determination and a point of
Community.
determination if you need it.
Yep, I think this is my
So,
moment.
we use the red die from here on out. And okay, make a coordination roll.
Okay. I rolled a 1.
Good. Good luck.
You rolled a
So I could with my determination. Again, I don't necessarily have a quality to invoke it at this moment. Like, am I being investigative? Am I?
Your qualities,
They're not incredibly combat oriented.
but by strangely
Yeah.
protective. Nah, you don't really have a quality that you can invoke.
Hear
Let's see. Yeah.
me out.
Uh-huh.
There's also a determination spend that lets you regain stamina equal to the higher of your strength or willpower.
That is absolutely correct.
Maybe do-
And you seem more like a people bot. So it would at least give you like some like cushion against the hit
What's
thing.
yeah?
Yes. Yes.
You're still taking it, but like you're soaking it by having spent the
I mean, I'm more than happy to go about that, but like, where does that determination come from me? Or is that just like I spend it to do that?
You have to spend a point of determination, which you have one of your own, and there's the community point
Yeah.
of determination.
But sorry, I guess
don't
like
think you need. I don't think you need a quality for it. I think
okay,
that's
that
what
was
Sam
what I
was saying,
needed to
right?
know.
Right,
Thank
yeah.
you.
You can just.
Okay.
That's just an action you can take.
Just remind me a second. In the first round, Ulez, did you blast one of the?
I did, but I didn't pull any of their health because I was full HP at the time.
You were full HP at the time. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
But if you can make it to your next round, you can certainly try that again. So,
Right.
So, are you
Fine, let's do
spending
this.
a determination?
No. Let's do this. Let's see what happens.
Okay, the ceiling falls on you. Luckily for you, it is sort of, mostly this kind of pasteboard and broken brick.
Uh-huh.
And it does.
I will
Oh.
scream if you say a certain number, and I'm not afraid to scream on stream.
What did you say
screen.
your coordination was? It was 1?
Pardon?
You rolled a 1? That's what you got?
Yes.
Okay, so it deals 1 stamina. You are down to 1 stamina.
Okay, thank you. Like I said, if you killed me, I would have screamed and I would have used that one swear word.
See, that's picking your moments. Yeah.
Not even in character, just B needs to swear.
Okay, is it Ulez's turn now?
That brings Ulez up. And
Yeah, heck them baddies.
so there are 8 henchmen left, as well as Harmon and Billy Keeler, who are both still on their feet.
Who was prone, or they got up on their turn?
Harmon is
Did
still
Harmon
on
get
the
up?
floor.
On
No,
the floor.
he
Harmon's on
shot.
the floor.
He shot from the floor.
Shot from lying down, shot at me.
Okay, so he's still prone. I just like the visual of the scene is like everything is dusty. Things are falling apart. You can hear the structure of this building groaning. There's combat and chaos. And I just assume Sandy's loud and maybe shouting about the bomb strapped to his chest. But you zoom in on the scene with Ulez Galley surrounded by Kaden and like all of the baddies. And after all that stuff falls on them, like they're looking rough. After the dust settles, they're able to try and like rise as best as possible. Some of the lights in their hair nodes have gone out. There are parts of their chest and their other parts of their body that are just so damaged right now. But what is absolutely pristine is their left hand, thankfully, and perhaps even from like a kneeling position, because like encumbered not only with the pain but like all of the chaos around me, I think it would probably be in my best interest to, I really want to swear today, to damage Harmon viciously.
Bad damage.
Okay, you shooting?
I'm shooting. It's not the best, it's not the worst, and I have a 4, which is an 8. I'm so protective of my friends right now. So protective.
Yeah,
I'm taking that +2 to make this a 10.
You're spending your point of determination.
My last point.
Okay. What'd you get?
Oh, I got a 10.
Up to 10. Okay.
Total, yeah.
So that is
I hope he dies.
That is a major success, which deals the full damage from your power, which is
Full
4.
all the time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 4. So that takes another 4 off of Harmon Keeler. And best of all for you.
Yeah, what? Can I suck some of his fucking life away? I just need it.
Yeah,
I'm so mad at him.
You don't know why, you don't know how, you're not supposed to work this way, but that blast that strangely comes out of your hands that you think is supposed to just be light but has been actually dealing damage to things strangely, when that hits Harmon Keeler, you feel coming back through it this force, like this life force that kind of just fills you and just, it's like Popeye with the spinach. Suddenly you are right back to maximum health, and you have your 4.
Whoa!
All the lights
This
start popping back
build.
online.
The lights just kind of come and just like fill out the the dreads, and
We're powering back on max.
like all the lights on your suit kind of like glow like really like live. And that just like sends Harmon Keeler like flying across the floor. And that brings up Benny.
That was really cool. Okay, while Billy Keeler is busy shooting at the ceiling, causing harm to my friends, I would like to I would like to sweep kick him and try to disarm him.
Okay, that's a prowess move.
Yeah.
Where's Billy's sheet? Oh my god, it's like a mess over here now.
Okay. I feel like I should save the determination for other things. This is.
He's in the center, like this. Your part of the fight is in the center of the thing, right? I'm just trying to get a sense of where
Are we
he
by
is.
You are in the center of the floor with kind of Harmon, Billy, and Vian,
Okay.
like where the exchange was taking place.
Yeah.
Ulez and Kaden are sort of closer to the wall, like where they first came in and blew, through.
That
the
was
wall.
what I thought. I'm just trying to track how many tangible people there are for the purposes of bringing down a factory.
Yeah. Okay.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to. She's right in the middle of there.
I'm just gonna roll. We'll just see how this goes. Was 11.
11.
She does kind of like where you like drop down. She like drops her palms down to the ground and does like a sweep kick down at his ankles to try to knock him over. And then I want to try to get the gun out of his hands.
Okay, so it's a minor success.
Okay.
I think
He's gonna take damage anyways because I've touched him and I'm on fire.
I think trying to disarm him is a separate action than after the attack. So your attack works for your attack happens.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll do a second thing then. That's fine.
No. I mean, I think like you can't now like trying to disarm him is one thing, throwing a punch is another.
Oh,
so
I was just trying to flavor it with a sweep kick. I don't need to like attack. Yeah, just like this is. I want to knock him like down so I can get the weapon out of him, get out of his hands.
In that case, let's see.
That's the grabbing one.
Yeah, that's grabbing, I think. So when you want to grab or wrest something from your opponent's grasp, test the lower of your prowess or strength versus the opponent's strength. So what
do you want me to take the same roll, or do you want me to roll again? So I would just minus 2. So wait, 7, 8, 9, 9.
Ooh, no effect. You kind of grab it, and the two of you are kind of locked on it, and he kind of gets it back.
If I grab him, is he still taking damage though?
Oh yeah, you're on fire.
I am on fire. Because it's anything. It says, I think in the aura effect, it's like anything that touches.
It is. I was describing the touch actually, as kind of flavor for the grab, but it's like.
So if I'm still touched, like.
Right, that is true. You didn't attack him. I gotta figure out how that works. I'll tell you what. I'll let that count for now, since I'm not exactly sure if that's what's counting. Like what I probably should have said is that like since really the attack, you're
like I whiffed or something. Yeah.
Like, right, you missed him, but since
I can whiff. That's okay.
Yeah.
If you want me to whiff, I can whiff. If I fully failed that I didn't touch him, that's totally fine.
No, you know what? I said I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. From this point on, though, you whiff. If
Cool.
This is like a store. If I price it wrong, you get it for the wrong price. So
right.
that is.
Is that just my level 4?
That's just your power level, which is
4.
4. Okay, so 4 more of Billy Killer, and that brings up Beyond Vigor. I will say you have been rubbing your eyes, and your temporary condition of dazzled is kind of, receding. You can start to see a little bit again.
Oh, great. Because if I'm getting this correctly, Benny is kind of wrestling with the one twin that's got the detonator.
Yeah.
Didn't Harmon have the detonator?
Billy, yeah, Harmon's got the detonator. The one with the detonator
Harmon
is
is
on the floor with his gun. He just missed taking a shot at Kaden.
Got it. So he's on the ground. Let me just tell you before I flavor anything here. You know what? I can't really throw a punch very well.
And not when you're intangible, for sure.
I can't. Yeah, not when I'm intangible. I can't make a force field. But I'll tell you what. One thing that I did pick up while I was, smoozing in my previous life was little magic tricks that you do, little card tricks. And And a fun little thing was that, I also got pretty good at pickpocketing. I didn't use it for my own personal benefit. It was just a form of entertainment where you'd be like, look in your hand, and now you got a ball, or check your wallet, it's gone. I would like to, since there's a lot going on, and since these two don't seem to be paying attention to me or Sandy right now because we're ghosted, I would like to recorporealize, and I would like to just snatch that detonator out of their pocket.
Okay, I love that. And you do have sleight of hand as one of your specialties. It's just it's a specialty, so it's +1.
Yep.
Make a coordination roll.
I'm rolling my Green Lantern diver. Look. All
So
right,
the
coordination.
Determination on this, right?
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
The,
Is that okay with everybody?
You have 2 points of determination if my.
Oh wait, I got the one from the sand, right?
Yeah, I feel it. You have 2, so.
I'll burn the sand point of determination because right back at you,
Sure. That's fair. That's
great.
Nope. Can't get that word in there.
That's going to be a +2. With my sleight of hand, it's going to be a +3 to my coordination.
Okay.
Okay, that came out to a total of 10.
10. That is.
Give me good news. Give me good news.
Major success. And Harmon Keeler fires the gun, and he's so kind of pissed that he missed, and he kind of goes to rub some of the blood off of his face, like a split lip, and you see as you kind of just quickly come up behind him and just grab that remote out of his pocket, and you now have the remote.
Mistake showing him where it was.
You don't ever play your cards facing the other player. Come on now.
But
okay,
that does bring up the henchmen again. And there are 8 of them left.
Okay, great.
And they are getting into position to start taking their shots at you when suddenly the wall by the door where you came in just splits open, and this truck drives right through the wall and all the way to the back. The truck hits Billy Keeler just dead on and just absolutely smashes him and just pushes him across. And the drawer of the truck opens, and out steps Curtis Haber.
Because screw Cluster.
And he climbs down from the truck. And this guy, who is a huge, experienced fighter, runs towards one of the henchmen. And as he gets towards them, he decorporealizes like Vian.
Oh, no.
And he goes through the henchman and then recorporealizes him and punches him in the back of the head. And then he starts running along through them, decorporealizing quickly as they attack him and recorporealizing as he wants to throw punches like a master. He jacks up those power levels, and he's using it effortlessly. And he goes through them, and he kind of shouts back towards you, and he's like, anytime you want to run now.
Yeah, you gotta tell. Yeah. You don't gotta tell us twice. I would like to grab Sandy's hand, ghost Sandy again to be safe, and we are just booking it through a wall.
Okay, yeah, you go through the nearest wall and go out into the parking lot. Curtis Haber is making short work of those other henchmen. What do the other 3 do?
Looking at.
Yeah, I think Benny too looks at Kaden.
Yeah.
What do we do?
You're just watching.
Now.
Okay.
When our enemies hit our enemies, we profit.
We go.
Ah.
As we're running out, Benny's kind of takes a little bit, shake it off, and kicks a foot as she kicks out the door, and then gets the fire off.
And what are you doing, Kaden? You running also?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, nope. Wouldn't be honorable. Yep, nope, leaving.
Okay.
Plus he decorporealizes. It wouldn't smash him. Yep, nope, we're leaving.
All right. You run for it, and I assume you go back out through the hole in the wall you made and came in, and the 3 of you meet Vian in the parking lot, and the 4 of you are, the 5 of you now with Sandy are united. We
should keep going, right? We should not be on
we
this
have our
property.
checkpoint. We're going to our we made our rendezvous. We will meet him at the rendezvous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You walk towards the rendezvous point, and as you get there, You hear footsteps running up behind you, and Curtis is tailing you down the sidewalk.
Ooh, okay.
Hey, I think we should talk, don't you?
Are you not a villain?
He could have killed us when he incapacitated us and didn't.
Ah, thank you for your mercy.
Mercy. You're welcome. I've been following you since you left my apartment. Kind of wanted to see where you were going to insert yourself into this whole thing, and I saw you talk to Mickey, and I saw you come here, and then I figured out what was going on. I felt this was my chance to step in. See, Mickey Bomberg, he put me on that truck. It was his cargo and his truck, and he hired me to drive it. And I told him to send backup with me, but he thought it would be too suspicious or something. And he sent me out alone. And of course, just like I said, we got hit. I got hit because Mickey didn't care. And frankly, I think time has come for a change. Change in this city, a change in this county. I think the 5 of us should team up and take down Mickey Bomberg and take over his rackets. We can rule this town. Benny, I've seen everything. I read your mind. Your whole life, you've had this incredible power, and you've been hiding it inside. And why? Because you're afraid of burning down a few buildings? You come with me and you could burn down as many buildings as you want. People will worship you for it. Cadrax, I know your name. And I know you're completely alone here, and your team is dead, and your mission is over, and you've got nothing here. You're waiting for a direction. I'm giving you one. Ulez, I have seen your past, and I can tell you everything. You come with me, and I'll tell you everything that you forgot. And then he kind of looks over at Vian. Well, I suppose there's no chance you're coming, Sheriff. So, how about the rest of you?
I cannot defy my prime directive. Your offer is lovely, but if my data has been corrupt, then we have to believe that this information can only be retrieved from somebody else like me, not from who or whatever you are.
You were made to violate your prime directive. That's who you are.
Oh.
Don't listen to him, Ulez.
I have already listened. I am processing.
Well, make sure to process that this individual has particular motivations and he's trying to motivate you to do what he wants. Take that into account.
I thank you for your motivation. Where do our allies rest?
Just because I can doesn't mean I want to.
You want to.
No. I don't.
You want to cut loose. You have all this inside you. You want to let it out. You've always wanted to let it out. I'm giving you permission.
Can I play a trouble against myself?
Yeah. What's your trouble? Yeah, which one?
This talking about her powers always makes her extremely uncomfortable. The fact that this person who she does not enjoy knows about her powers and is trying to goad her into using them is making her very angry, which makes her want to press it down further, which I think would invoke fire that's closest kept burns most of all, and I think she starts on fire a little bit.
Yeah, take a point of determination. You burst into flames, and it's...
She winces, but tries not to react to it and just stares at him while she tries to keep pushing it down, and it does not fully go away.
And the three of you feel that blast of heat, and so does Sandy, as he kind of like covers up the dynamite a little bit and takes a big...
No, it's okay. Sandy. We're okay. We're fine.
Kadrax, Sonnevel is dead. You know it. Sonnevel would say cut loose. Sonnevel would say let the power out.
All right.
Make a willpower roll.
What is happening?
What'd you get?
8.
So I'm going to have to ask you, what are you really thinking here, Kadrax?
That being close to him will be the best way to destroy evildoers.
And you got an 8.
Yes.
All right. I don't need the rest of you. You and me are enough. Shall we?
Doc, what?
Yeah. One sec. Hold on, new ghost. Doc, what you doing?
Where there's a will, there's a way. And
No,
don't take Curtis's hand.
Oh, come on. No.
And when
I understand. Be well.
And when you take his hand, you decorporealize like him, and the two of you sink down through the street out of sight of the rest of you.
Oh, so now everyone's doing it. Okay.
Sandy Karpa is standing there, and he just... What just happened?
Oh shoot! We need the doc to undo this detonation device.
Oh, no.
We cannot just throw it away.
I don't know. Sandy, listen. There's some essential like superpower shenanigans, I guess is the best way to put it, going on in the city. People are just catching them and using them, and you got kind of mixed up in it. The thing is, though, our friend the doc just agreed to go with a very dangerous man.
We are not worried. We trust them.
Oh, you know what?
Did you not sense? I know we are not all a part of the same consciousness, but...
Oh, Ulez, I think you're picking up on something that I didn't even see dropped.
Oh, you are not of the same species. Perhaps there is some communication barriers.
Okay, Benny, I'm going to be honest. That actually makes me feel a little bit better.
I'm glad. I'm sure they have good intentions. I just don't know what their methods are going to be. Ulez, do you know how to do you know tech stuff, right?
I do. I'm very good at tech stuff. In fact, I would like to take the time to reattach my arm.
Let's do that.
Yes.
And could we get Ulez to look at that detonator, maybe?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Sandy, you're not gonna corporealize quite yet, just in case, and it won't. But just in case something goes wrong, and again, it won't. But in case it does, this just seems to be the best course of action.
Okay. If something goes wrong, make sure someone feeds all my dogs.
Nothing will go wrong, but yeah, we will make sure that happens. And again, you're fine, but we'll take care of that.
Yeah. Okay.
I hand over the arm.
Yep.
Actually,
to
tell you what,
Les.
I want you to make a willpower roll. I want to see how
Me?
reassuring. Yeah, I want to see how reassuring you are to Sandy. He's
Could have
super
done better.
Oh.
I got a 7.
Okay, he does seem to be sort of calmed by you, and he stays steady.
Okay, good. Oh boy.
Les, what do you do?
I will use the internet. I will use the internet, and I will research. Who told me about Wikipedia? I think it was Benny. One of our many subway rides. They had expressed at length the vast information that is stored on this one very specific web address. And it's been brilliant. So I absorbed all of the information about dynamites and their variety and the options and the ingredients that are necessary in order to properly understand how to dismantle it.
Okay, make an intellect roll, and you can apply your bonus for tech because you're
Yeah.
looking for tech information.
Thank you. Or, oh yeah, no, that's the one. That's literally the one. That's the one that I'm really good at. That's a flat 6 plus 2 is an 8.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay, so you're looking for like information on how to disarm this kind of. Okay, that is a moderate success. So
Wait, I forgot to tell you. So I didn't add my intellect. I don't know what I do here. That's 12.
oh, so
I just
Well.
didn't want to add my stats to it.
okay, so that is actually a.
I internet really well. Really well.
I mean, yeah, that's a major or massive success. I forgot what I got over here, but like, yeah, you rock that, and you find the information you are looking for. You know this particular type of plastic explosive or dynamite, whatever it is, and you know the wiring. You find the type of wiring it is, and you see like similar kinds of triggering and firing mechanisms, and you study it all fairly quickly because of your artificial intelligence. You can sort of page through that very fast and absorb it all. We'll say, and
What color wire do I cut?
what color wire do you cut? Okay, with that level, I will say it is you have to cut 3 wires at the same time: a red one,
Whoa.
a blue one, and a green one, and it has to be entirely simultaneous, or it triggers.
Sandy, if you could hold your air and move as little as possible.
Hold your breath.
And Sandy, okay, I'm trusting you here, Les. Just nice and calm, like we're in the garden.
Like when you showed me how to prune the bonsai tree.
Just like that, okay, so
Your heart rate does not suggest you're calm, but thank you.
yeah, well, I just, I trust you. I trust you. So you're gonna try and cut all 3 by yourself in one fell swoop?
Yeah.
Okay, Ulez Galley. Do me a favor.
Uh-huh.
A coordination roll.
Is there still that community determination?
I think.
Yes, there's 1 point of community determination, and Ulez, you have none of your own. So you have
I don't have any of my own.
1 point of community determination.
I think
Feel free.
Oh, by the way, apparently we opened up the after credits lore drop. Thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, we are super grateful. Y'all have been amazing with us all season, and I am super excited we get to do this again. So yeah. What did I just ask you?
Oh, I'm rolling to cut the
Right,
red,
rolling to cut the-
green, and yellow wires at the same time. Yo, this dice is. I was gonna say bomb, but I guess that's 2 on the nose.
And you're using the determination?
I will. And I was adding. Sorry, what did we say?
Coordination.
Thank
right?
you.
Coordination,
That makes 9, 10, 11. I snip him really good.
Bring it on home.
Really good.
Okay, that's a major success. And it's one of those like the three, you, Sandy, Benny, Vian, Sandy, you all like hold your breath, and Ulez kind of, just makes the cut, and it's one of those like everyone waits a second and nothing happens. And Sandy says, "Did it work? Am I dead?"
My observation, you are plenty alive, your heart rate is at a healthy 135, and your blood pressure could be improved.
Can I move?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I will take, Vian, what do I do with this?
And I'll show you what's left of like the cut explosives, just like the wires dangling.
Why don't you hold on to that, and why don't we contact the authorities that have a particular squad that's dedicated to these types of devices? Right, Benny? I'm just gonna run this by you. That seems like the best.
I guess.
I mean, this is still TNT.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just call someone and say, "Hey, we found explosives in a garbage can out in factory park." Is that, and then make them come get it so we don't have to deal with it.
I mean, we could. That's not a bad idea. I do have a contact with the police department, with the detective police department.
And they're gonna buy whatever story you have about explosives.
This one seems a little on the up and up. It might, yeah.
Maybe we don't want to be attached to this.
Does your species have to explain all of the prone and unmovable, now lifeless bodies that remain in the remnants of that warehouse?
Dang, great point.
Oh. We often dispose of our extra bodies. I wasn't sure what the process is here.
Why don't we call an anonymous tip about the warehouse and specify, like, first, pick up the vest, then do the investigation. You're welcome. Anonymous tip. Goodbye.
Just kind of be like, hey, we heard a lot of gunfire from this warehouse.
And yeah. That's a good idea.
And we just drop this back maybe that direction, and then do not associate with it more than we have to.
That, I think, is the best plan. Let's go ahead and do that. It keeps us untangled.
And Sandy's like, "Can I take this off now?"
Yeah. Sorry, Sandy. Yeah, you could have done that while we were talking. I'm sorry about that.
I think it has taken until now for Benny to get all of the lingering little flames out, because she couldn't calm down during any of that, so it kept she'd be like, and he'd be like, and we just come back on again.
He kind of holds it out, and then he moves it away from Benny.
She steps back.
I would like to take it. I would like to ghost, and I would like to go as a ghost with the ghosted vest, because I'm holding on to it, and place it down. And I would like to say, all right, I'm going to put it down, but Benny, do you want to call them really quickly?
Yeah.
Where are you putting it?
Back by the warehouse.
But right by the warehouse.
By the warehouse.
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk back towards the warehouse, and as you get towards it, you see a really disoriented Harmon Keeler kind of stumble through that hole in the wall.
Shoot.
And he's just kind of looking around.
What's he gonna do? You're a ghost.
Smear of blood across his forehead. He looks like he got hurt, and when you look, you see it looks like the building has sort of been damaged. And he sort of looks over at you and he's like, "Where'd he go? Where'd he go?"
Down into the ground.
"I think he killed my brother."
Listen, I'll tell you what. Why don't you come talk to us about what exactly is going on here? and we'll see that you are able to exact your revenge. I turn back to the group, and I'm just like, I don't. I just said it.
Make a willpower roll.
Cool.
Great, 6.
All right. And
What? He's cool with that? He's just like, yeah.
It's the debuff for like a TBI right now. Like, much more credulous.
you tell me everything you know, I tell you everything I know. Deal?
All right. Let me confer really quickly. And I turn back. We're gonna get the information. That was all. That was part of the plan.
I recall.
Great. And I
Benny is
turn-
not well, but please proceed.
Yeah. But no, we're not fighting each other. No more of that.
Let's say we have a truce for now.
Yeah, I think we can agree to that for an exchange of information.
All right. Let's do it.
May
Great.
we truce in another location?
Yeah, we should probably do that. I'm about to put this vest down, and we destroy the detonator, so who knows what's going to happen.
Okay, yeah, you put the vest down, and Harmon Killer sort of stumbles back with you, and he looks sort of both weak and disoriented and kind of angry. And what do you mean he disappeared into the ground?
Well, that gentleman is able to absorb powers. Seems that he was driving, if I remember this correctly, he was driving the truck. Mickey Bomber put him in it. And something in the back of that truck gave him the ability to absorb powers.
These are the facts that we have currently.
Yeah. And now he's a ghost like me, which I think he took from me. I think he definitely took it from me.
Make a willpower roll.
Is he not gonna believe us? Because like I think we are very believable.
Also, he's
8.
seen the weird shit we can do.
8.
I was on fire in his
Uh.
face a little bit ago, so like,
All right.
Shot him with light powers.
He got
Yeah.
powers from the weird looking thing in the back of the truck. That's what you're telling me.
Yes, that's what we've been told. And we have some, we saw some video evidence that would support the case.
Well, that's going to make him harder to kill.
Well, yeah.
So, what is it that I can tell y'all?
Why do you... I will not ask. Please go ahead, Vian.
Oh, Ulez, please feel free.
We wanted to know, why did you want me? Why do you want my armor? Why do you need the power that is inside of me? What is your purpose?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't rightly know. That is above my pay grade. My job is just to procure the items. But what I
Flawed
can
system.
tell you, what can he tell you? He can.
Notes.
I can tell you. Whenever the cluster gets some kind of weird tech gizmo like this, they got some kind of science lab, some kind of mad scientist guy. They ship this all to.
I express my interest. A scientist who possesses the ability of mad sounds brilliant.
do you have names? Anything that?
Eklund. I know the scientist's name is Eklund. I don't know if he's a real scientist or doctor or whatever. Just whoever he is, he's in charge of that operation. Only problem, I don't know where it is. And it's honestly one of the best kept secrets in New York, in Port Ruby. Damn it.
Yen.
What's New York? I never heard of that. Must have jostled my brain.
You were
Push
hit
you into
very
another
hard.
dimension. Yeah.
Very hard several times. But that's all I can tell you. You find Eklund, you'll find your gizmo, and you'll figure out what they want with it, I suppose.
You got a burner number or something that we can reach you at when we get information about the man you're after now?
We can be phone companions.
He, tell you what, and he writes down his email address, which will be
It's probably safer.
Yeah, Harlan Keeler at perfecto.com.
Listen, I want to make one thing clear really quickly between us. And that is all. That's all the information you can provide. I know that you're not exactly at the. You haven't been divulged in everything, but is that pretty much it?
Sorry?
If there's anything else you can share with us about the operation or the job that you're doing, it'll help us get to the bottom of this.
Why did you take our friend? Sandy was merely an individual who possesses an abode and many plants.
It's just a means to an end, as far as I'm concerned.
And to answer Vian,
What did you want to know, Vian?
everything.
Yeah.
And ask you
You want to
everything.
know if I do anything else? Yeah, okay.
Please, I know you have a rather large lump on your head, and I do believe that is not meant to be there. However, please utilize whatever brain capacity you still possess and share that information.
Nah, the cluster, it's a bunch of cells. I only know what I'm asked to do, and I don't have names of contacts. I don't have locations. That's the whole point of the organization, is to keep everybody safe by being insulated. Find Eklund. That's all I can tell you.
All right. In that case, I'm just going to say this really quickly to you, and then we're going to go our separate ways for now. I understand that we were at each other's throats. Some punches were thrown. Some damage was done. That ain't good. But I'm very sorry about your brother. And I'm very sorry that this happened. And I hope that you do get some peace and some justice. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Make a willpower roll.
Oh, beautiful.
Why did I roll a 1 on this one? 5. Is there anything I can do? I mean, performance. I'm not performing though. I mean, that is honest.
Performance. If you have you do have a point of determination if you want to spend it on this.
Isn't life
Yeah,
a performance?
Yeah, it's the end of the game. Let's do that. Let's tack 2 more on that.
And he kind of nods at you. That's mighty kind. And then he turns around and he starts walking away slowly. Good luck to y'all. Just remember, we ain't allies forever.
Yeah.
He peers back into the warehouse. And
So we're not calling the anonymous tip line now.
Oh no, we should definitely still do that, right?
Oh, okay, all right. So the truce ended with this conversation. Is that what we're saying?
you decided to call an anonymous tip line rather than your contact with the police. Okay, so you go to make that call. Meanwhile, in a sewer tunnel below the street, Kaden, you are following Curtis Haber through a dark tunnel. You don't see much down there. Everything echoes. It smells terrible. And he starts walking and he says, you know, I've seen it all with you too. And you've got quite a bit of potential, don't you?
That was what they always told me, yes. You don't seem inadequate yourself.
You know, I can teach you how to fight. For real.
What do you mean by that?
And he kind of smiles. He's like, I'll show you. Come on. And he walks down the tunnel away from you, disappearing into the dark. Do you follow?
As he disappears, I pull out my phone very quickly, check the bars, make sure the call is still open. And then I proceed.
And you know what? We're going to stop it right there. That is a perfect ending spot. Bam. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Oh, the four of you. That was
So
amazing.
good.
And thank you so much to everybody in chat. You
Yeah.
unlocked the after credits lore drop, which we will do right after the last announcements. But the first announcement is we've got the big winner of our grand prize, which is the Black Hammer Volume 1 by Jeff Lemire and Dean Ormston and Dave Stewart. And they will be shipped right to your house directly from Dark Horse themselves. And that goes to Warrior of Books.
How appropriate.
Yeah, right. Warrior of Books won the books.
that.
Good, excellent effort. And if you don't know Black Hammer, you are in for quite a treat. Congrats, Warrior of Books, and congrats to Vexu Cat on winning the Hellboy complete short stories volume 1 and 2 digital set. Congrats to both of you, and thank you so much to our friends at Dark Horse Comics. And I think I am like 99% sure on this. If you come back next week, we will have another Dark Horse giveaway next week. So come on back. We got some more great stuff to give away. And I'm just, super excited about it. Thank you so much, Kara. Thank you so much, everyone at Dark Horse. So real quick, why don't we go around the table and everybody tell the good people where they can find you. Let's start with Omar Najam.
Sure. I'm Omar Najam. You can find me on Twitter at Omar Najam. And that's it. Halloween's over, man. I'm resting for the rest of the year.
So find Omar on Twitter, and he's great. He goes viral all the time. Omar is
Thank you.
Very, very high quality tweet rate there.
If you want to listen to some RPG stuff, check out Thank You for Questing with some familiar faces and voices. Chris Bramante, Mia Marcella, Kelly Nugent. Great music by our composer, Annalise Nelson.
Yes.
For this show. So yeah, you can check it out.
Everybody involved in that show is incredible. Honestly, all of those people, Mia and Kelly, and these are all, yes. Check out Thank You for Questing if you haven't seen it. B Zelda.
Hello, what's up? My name is B Zelda. You can find me on Twitter as @B_Zelda. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, add an extra underscore to that. I am a podcaster. I'm a member of the Broadswords, which is an all-woman, non-binary D&D actual play podcast. We should be leaving our hiatus soon, which means you're going to get more quality tiefling barbarian content. I'm a regular streamer. On Tuesdays, I stream Burn Bright on the Salty Sweet Games channel, where I play 10,000 bugs in the shape of a wallaby at 9 p.m. Every other Friday, I play a demigod deer boy over on QueueTopia at 9 o'clock. And on Sundays, before I'm streaming here, you can catch me on a channel you have to check my Twitter for because I don't remember it, but I'm playing a bunny. I'm really cute. And if you're still with me, come check me out here because I'm kind of fabulous.
Oh my God, I love the sound of that character.
Which one?
Which one? They're so great.
The shape of the wallaby.
They're the captain of the ship too, because why wouldn't 10,000 bugs be the captain?
Man, I seriously regret not getting you on a Tempting Fate now because I wanted to see what you would do with that unleashed environment. But
they're not bugs; they're features.
Oh,
yes, all of them.
But they're a captain.
Caitlin Bruder.
I am Caitlin Bruder. You can find me on Twitter at KKAMABR. All of my things are going to be there. You can catch me on Wednesdays at the twitch.tv/Rule of Lore on our show Infinite Horizon, where I play a different superpowered character. And why not? I'll plug our podcast is on hiatus right now, but I do a folklore podcast called Stone Houses, an amateur guide to fiction, fable, and folklore. We haven't had new episodes in a while, but there's like almost 40 in the backlog. So if you need something for your commute, that's always a good time. That's what you Stone Houses Cast is the Twitter for that, and all the links are there. That's what I got.
Got all that stuff. And of course, Sam Delev.
I'm Sam Delev. You can find me on Twitter at Tchaikovsky, ChaiKovsky. When I am not this particular alien doing the bad idea, you can find me doing aforementioned all across the Twitchernet as a role-playing performer and variety streamer. My full schedule can be found on my Twitch About page because we need to get out of here in the next half hour, so I'm not going to list everything. That's twitch.tv/Delevely, DELEVELY.
Yeah, Sam's on a lot of stuff. And I'm Rick Budd. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at rbud913, or you can follow the show at PowerPlay RPG on both Twitter and Instagram. And like I said, feel free to tweet at me or shout at me with questions in the Discord. If you had any questions about continuity or the roles as we play them, I am always game for that kind of stuff. And congratulations, Warrior of Books. Congratulations, Vex You Cat. Thank you so much to our friends at Dark Horse. I cannot wait to do this again next week. And with that, why don't we, the credits come to an end, and the theater goes dark, and the picture comes up, and we are in Port Ruby City Hall in downtown Avalon. And we are in the mayor's office, and Jan Lindell, the mayor of Port Ruby, sits behind his desk watching two people give him a presentation. One of them is a business type in a suit. If I was casting her, I would say Rhea Seahorn, who plays Kim on Better Call Saul, if you know that show. And the other one is like a white coat, kind of looks like a doctor or scientist type, and he friendly face, I would say, like Tobey Maguire, maybe, with very nerdly glasses on. And the business type says, Mr. Mayor, you came to Perfecto asking us to help you figure out a way to save this city. And I am telling you, this is it. And the mayor looks uncomfortable and sort of says, I don't know. It's so strange. And the scientist type jumps in and says, cars once seemed strange. Neon lights once seemed strange. Skyscrapers once seemed strange. Now we couldn't imagine Port Ruby without those things. And this is no different. All of those innovations solve problems. And that is what this one's going to do. And before the mayor can get a word out, the business type jumps right back in and says, this city is 9 million people spread out over 300 square miles. Governing it means finding the most efficient and most effective ways to deal with everything from traffic control to infrastructure repair to administrative services that real people rely on for important things, especially now after the earthquake. And the mayor kind of timidly says, okay, when can I see it? And the business type smiles, and she reaches into her pocket and she pulls out something that looks like a gold coin about the size of a $50, except it's polished, like mirror smooth on both sides. And she lays it on the desk in front of the mayor. The mayor just stares at it, and he says, well, but before he can get the end of the sentence out, the gold coin projects a holographic map of Port Ruby into the air right in front of him. And his eyes just go wide with amazement. And then this deep but chipper voice says, hello, Mr. Mayor. My name is Orson, and I was created by Perfecto to help you turn Port Ruby into the city of the future. Where would you like to begin? And the mayor looks to the businessman with a big beaming smile and says, oh, you've got a deal. And on that, we will see you next week.